What's going on, y'all? Welcome to the Black Thought, where we normalize diversity in Black thought and opinion. To my left, I have Miss Shayna Foxworth from Susanna to the People.
Hey, y'all, hey.
And to my right, I have April Robin from Elevate with Robin.
What's good, y'all?
And as for myself, I'm Jamal St. Clair, a soon-to-be multi-platinum recording artist.
Okay, get into
it. And today, we will be doing a Black Twitter review, where we talk about topics about dating and some physical altercations. Right? So let's get right into it. So the first topic is vacating Dutch. There's a young man by the name of Sue Poppy who responded to a tweet that says, "How long do you gotta date someone before you have to take a vacation?" And he says, "As long as it takes for her to save up her portion, her portion of the trip."
Okay.
So as women, how do y'all feel about vacating Dutch?
I'm gonna be completely honest. It depends on what stage of the relationship we're in. I do feel as if we're in the beginning stages, I don't mind like paying for my way. That's just me personally. However, eventually I do want to get to a point where I'm all about, altering who pays for what when. I'm someone that, I love spoiling just as much as men are expected to these days. And I feel as if that, I could pay for dates sometimes and he can pay for dates. But as far as vacations are concerned, in the beginning stages, I do think like, if y'all haven't solidified anything and y'all are going on this trip in order to, really get to know each other better, because, they say you don't really know someone until you go on a trip with them or to go out the country with them and really see how they are when they interact in a new environment, then why not, what is it called? Dutching? Before
I get to that.
But didn't you just say Bay Dutching? What did you say?
Yeah, that's a Dutching. It's called going
See,
Dutch.
look at her. See?
Okay, so before I get that, because I got, okay, go ahead, you go.
Okay, so I guess vacation Dutching, that just sounds so weird. I just don't like that, but that's neither here nor there. So I mean, for me, as a woman who dates men and women, I just feel like if you ask me, say, babe, I want to take you on a trip, I want to take you, to your favorite place, I want to take you to Miami, I want to take you to Mexico, Jamaica, wherever you're taking me. If you say that's where you want to take me, then yes, I expect you to cover the cost. If I ask for what?
Because they're asking you to go?
Yes, but just like if you ask me to go on a date, I expect you to pay. So my thing is, like April was saying, early on in the relationship, I do expect if you're asking me to go, if we play this together, we both talking, we're like, baby, let's take a trip. You know what? We should. But if you like, I'm surprised you, I want to take you on a trip, then I expect you to cover it. But if we're planning this mutually together, then yes, we're both covering. But also like, Miss April Robin said, as we get in deep into the relationship, I was raised by my mom that it's okay for a woman to pay for certain things to treat her man. Mm-hmm. So once we get to that point in our relationship and we're going out of town, we're taking trips, like Bae might, pick up the flights, I might pick up the hotel. Bae might cover brunch and I got lunch. You know what I'm saying? So I'm definitely open to, figuring it out. But I think it's all based on your time, each person's time that they feel comfortable to do that. And everybody's situation, because everybody's situation ain't the same. So if your man broke, don't expect your man to pay for the trip.
Hey, listen.
Plus, he couldn't even pay for your Dollar Jimmy John's sandwich.
So first of all, my issue with what you said, right, was that you were like, at the beginning, I'm going to go Dutch. So when he becomes your man, what's the difference?
I mean, when he becomes my man, we'll still be doing the same thing.
You'll still be doing Dutch.
But I feel like the dynamics of the situation will be more so like, let's go on a trip. He may book the flight and get the hotel room. I may be paying for the meals the entire time. I'm okay with like us alternating. I just think that the term Dutching is, I guess in this circumstance, only applies to what stage you are in that relationship. I wouldn't use that term if we're together, because at this point, what I'm saying, like, I'm not gonna say your money is my money. But
his money. When you married though, like, you know what I'm saying?
I don't think she's talking about married.
I have an issue with women who feel like, first of all, I feel like it's 2020. Gender lines don't exist in 2020 anymore, or shouldn't exist, right? Mm-hmm. And I don't think gender roles should necessarily exist either, right? So I don't like it when women are like, hey, yo, a man should do this, and that just be the end all be all. Like I feel like if you expect him to pay for the trip, you should be also be able to pay for it. There's no.
And I think
no
somebody
in-between
did
between.
say that. Somebody commented on the Twitter post and said, you know, y'all say y'all feminists and y'all want equal, you know, we all equal, men and women. And I think at the end of the day, it comes down to, you know, we all want it to be, you know, taken care of. We all want to be loved on. Like I recently saw a video where a homegirl, you know, it was her boyfriend's birthday. She got a nice little sweet hotel. She went in early. She put roses everywhere. She had him some shoes. She had some outfits. She had him diamond earrings. The bathroom was nice. Like, she just really took care of her man. Mm-hmm. And my thing is, a lot of women think that, I've seen posts where they said, I ain't getting my man nothing, bump your birthday, Valentine's Day, what you mean? You getting this booty. That's what they expect. Like, that's what your gift is. So I feel like
do not make booty a gift. A booty, like, I mean, I get it. It's a privilege, but it's also not a gift. Like, don't be like, hey, happy Valentine's Day. You get to get some. I got some Tuesday.
Like, but you might not have got it. The way you gonna get it.
You just gonna dress it up different?
Hell yeah.
That's wild.
And you know what? They gonna unwrap it differently.
I said that. Oh, I'm
you really right.
Why are you following that?
Because I'm trying to get my thoughts together. I was gonna say that I recently heard someone say that, you know, and this is something common that we've heard, that, you know, if a man can fix his mouth up to ask you for some coochie, okay.
Wow.
Why can't we be able to ask him for money? I know this is completely off topic, but it made me think
Those
about
are
that.
two different
And
things.
I want to ask you guys, how do you feel about that statement? Because at the same time, I feel like, you know, my assets, you know what I'm saying, my royal flower isn't the only thing that I'm bringing to the table, right?
First off, let me say, kings, respect your peen. Okay? You know what I'm saying? It's just as valuable. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, if she... you can have some money too. All I'm saying is you can have some money too, dog.
All right, so...
Are you gonna believe in that?
What I'm saying is, I feel like I'm not the type of woman that I'm going to give my goodies up to anybody that's not going to be willing to look out for me. You know, that you're not going to be willing to take care of me. If I go through hard times, if something happens to me, if I need funds, you're going to be willing to help me just like you know I would help you. So that's my thing when it comes down to it. Like, I'm not looking for no handouts, because honestly, if I want to do to give me money, I'm just going to give me a little sugar daddy. I ain't even about to play games. I'm not about to play with no feelings. I don't got time, because feelings going to make it messy. Okay, you get mad at me, I still want my check.
See, and
get that bread, that head,
then leave. Honestly, I'll give me a shake. I want a sugar
So,
mama more than a
I
sugar.
didn't
Several
grow up.
thoughts in my mind.
Oh, you want to go? Go ahead.
I was just gonna say that, in my opinion, I don't think that us as women should think that it's appropriate to say that, you know, if I'm giving you this, you know, pum, you know, you should be more than willing to give me money when I ask for, or whatever the case may be.
Right.
You
I
just
don't
said that,
agree.
April?
Did
You just
I?
said you agree to that.
No, I didn't. I really didn't. I asked a question. I said, how do y'all feel about that? And y'all said your opinions. I never got to talk.
Oh, okay, my bad. I was like, I'm
See,
confused.
dang.
I ain't lying.
Listen,
I was over
so-
here like, dang. I'm
so-
not she just said
My
shit.
thing
No.
was like,
And then I still ain't say
you know,
it.
you said you grew up with in a single mother home, right?
Yeah.
I grew up with my mother and my father in the house, right? But my father always taught me that a man is supposed to be a provider, and I do believe that, and I feel like I will provide,
Men
and I should
be
provide,
providers.
right? However, my problem is with the expectation. Don't just come in a relationship expecting me to provide. No. What's
As
the
a man,
limit?
I do expect you to be able to provide, but in today's,
What are you bringing to the table?
I'm bringing.
Besides, having children is a great thing. It is a monumental thing, right? And I do
You
think,
can always adopt.
right? Ooh, Wow.
And the reason I'm saying that is because I think that we shouldn't always put uterus on the table when it's like what you're bringing to the table. Because some people cannot have kids.
I was trying to say you don't need to put your vagina on the table as to why you're worthy of something. And to answer your question, when I communicate what I'm bringing to the table, it's not me saying that I'm an attractive woman and I got some fire, boom boom, or whatever the case may be. Whatever the case may be, I'm telling you, like what I'm saying. I'm spiritually led, you know what I'm saying? I can cook,
so
of course.
So can I.
And I'm very much so independent. You know, I can add to you and all of those things. So
can I.
Of course. So why are you so aggressive? All I'm saying is
I'm trying to figure out what do women bring to the table?
I'm agreeing with you in the sense that women shouldn't feel like that.
I stressed you.
So you did because I'm like he's like trying to comfort me and I'm not really
and
like
you ain't sent for him.
Yes, I didn't even like. Can I jump in real quick? Yes, go ahead. Because get it together.
So what I'm saying is basically at the end of the day, even though I sometimes have very strong energy and I seem a little more dominant, I like to be led. I like whoever I'm in a relationship, I like them to be able to take that lead. So I think maybe instead of like looking at being taken care of, all this stuff like that, maybe we need to look at who wants to be the leader of the household. Because there's some women who want to be the leaders of their household. They are comfortable being the providers. They are comfortable bringing home the dough. And I think that, it is what it is.
I did want to jump into another topic about dating.
Okay.
So I'm young. I'm gonna be 24 this year. 24 October 2nd. Okay, let's get into it.
The baby.
I am the baby of
the show. I'm gonna say podcast like Shannon did last time.
But I'm very much so attracted to people who are older than I am. I like to date. Honestly, probably like ideally 28 plus. I'll be 24. I don't mind dating younger. I might find myself chatting with the 26, 25, maybe a 24-year-old. But I'm mostly attracted to men who are older, and oftentimes these men have children, at least one. And so there's a question that Tawdry _Lorde wrote. She said that, would you date / marry someone with multiple children by multiple people? I'm going to go ahead and ask that question, and I want to pose that question to you all as well. My immediate response will be that everyone's different. Everyone's different.
Everyone is different.
Everyone's different, and every situation is different. As for me, I don't desire to date someone with multiple children with multiple parents. I don't. However, I don't mind someone who has like a child and one baby mama. And one child, one baby mama. But 3 children, 3 baby mamas, that is a bit much.
You making poor life decisions at that point.
Yeah.
I mean, in the most respectful way.
I don't judge you though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I don't judge you.
But wait. Me. I feel like you make it like 1, 2, 3, 4 by 4 different people.
So Shayna would date old buddy who got 4 kids and 3 baby mamas.
Bro,
no.
I'm not dating a woman that has 4 baby daddies.
Okay, so that's the reason I'm just laughing, but I basically agree with the group. I just feel like, honestly, I don't look to date anybody that has any children. And I'm not against it. Like I said, if I meet somebody, like April said, and you got a child, I'm not knocking you for it, and it's not automatic like X. You gotta go. Out. Yeah, you're not canceled out. You still in the game, bro. You still in the game.
You still in the game.
Honestly, one of the people I'm conversing with right now, she has a child, so you know how they're running. But one thing I will say, like y'all said, if you have multiple children from multiple mates, that is that's a big commitment for me.
Absolutely.
Because now not only am I marrying you and your family, I'm marrying your children, and I'm also going to be forever connected to the mothers of your children. or the fathers. You know what I'm saying? So that's just a lot on me, and I don't know. I don't think that the Lord put on my heart to carry that burden.
Yeah, no.
If we being honest,
That's not your ministry.
that's not my ministry. You know, he don't want me to go out there and tell him about that. Like, I have an ex who has multiple children from multiple women. And I just be like, God, I thank you for allowing it to not be me, God. Thank you. You know, because like I said, poor decisions. But my thing is, when you get to the point where you have multiple children, multiple baby mamas, now I got concerns with your well-being, your health. Because you've been out here slanging that thing, bare. Let me touch on this. Real quick from a different side. You out here slanging it bare. So even if you're in a relationship with these women, you know you've gotten to the point where you feel like, okay, we want to be together. Either you are intentionally getting this person pregnant, or either you just being sloppy. I don't got time in my life for no sloppy people because I got goals. And I'm not trying to have no children until I get married. So I need you to clarify what's going on. What happened? Like, did the Jimmy bust? Like, crack? What happened? Like, I'm confused. But I just feel like for me, that's just not something I'm comfortable with.
I feel like for me, especially with dating older, you know, sometimes I have run into men who have been engaged, or they may have been married, and they had children or a child in that marriage. And so for that reason, you know, who am I to judge, right? And you know, I respect it and I take it for what it is. However, I think that, you know, it's okay for you to choose not to date someone who has multiple children, because that does says a lot about you as a man or as a woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, a child is a huge responsibility, and they deserve a 2-parent household. And so for you to find yourself into a dynamic, and I know none of us are able to project what the future holds, but for that reason, you should take your time with having children and taking the precautious measures and making sure that you aren't, you know what I'm saying, being willy-nilly and getting pregnant, you know, without knowing that you're going to be with this person for a lifetime. I think that the first one, okay, you know what I'm saying, but when it's 2, 3, or 4, it's just kind of like that. I don't know if you're able to grow. Are you able to even learn? I don't even want to call it mistakes. I mean, I don't know.
As for me, man, like,
subject. You don't want to say the wrong thing. I think that everyone's situation is different, and people deserve chances. I'm gonna be completely honest. My brother, you know, he's a single man, and he has 4 children and three mothers, and you know, he made the same mistake multiple times, but I feel like that he'll definitely
allowing yourself to fall back in the same pit.
To me, this is a personal topic for me though, because like I feel like my first of all, I don't feel like my father was a Rolling Stone.
Mine too.
Right?
Okay.
So I have like 7 other siblings, and I've seen how problematic that can be, and I've also seen how my mother sometimes had to sit at the back burner. Right? And that wasn't okay with me. So for me, I just can't do that.
But I will say that, you know, that doesn't take away from their parenthood, whether or not they're a great father or they're a great mother.
Absolutely.
It's taken away from the mate. From what he's saying, he's saying his mom as his father's mate was being put to the back burner. So my thing is, I feel like there are people out there who are very comfortable. One of my best friends, we joke all the time that she is stepmother material. I'm not stepmother material, but there are those women and men out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, my mom, I'm the only child, but her fiance has 4 kids. You know what I'm saying? And like, my aunt got one, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, some people are open to that and they're comfortable because they're
Cardi B and Offset. I think Offset had 3 kids before.
Yeah, so some people are open to it. So I'm not knocking them for being open to it. You know what I'm saying? I support it all. If
But
that's
as for
for you,
our house-
but
That's
for
what
me,
you want to do.
As for me and my house,
As
I'm
for me and
alright.
my house,
I'm straight.
I get it.
I'm
So
cool.
so understand that our opinions doesn't reflect, you know, how we.
Would this possibly be due to because you want them to be able to commit fully to your kids? You gotta have them together.
it's not even just commitment, honey. Because my thing is that at the end of the day, we're not treating no kids wrong. I don't believe in treating, even if I don't believe in you treating my child wrong or your other kids. If you treating your other kids wrong, then that's showing me how you could treat me or our child. So I'm not with that. I feel like the child did not be asked to be born in that situation, so it should be fair across the board. I would never be an evil stepmama, but you also that's my money going somewhere else, going to a different household.
I do not have a problem with you spending time with your children.
Yeah, I think a
Right?
man
I do
can
not
be
have
a
that.
great father.
The issue comes
or
in when you
woman.
start splitting time with the children and the
Other parent.
Other parent. That's a little weird because for me, my thing is I feel like if you're married to somebody, now I'm talking about the aspects of marriage. I'm not just talking about being in a relationship. I feel like if you're married to somebody, there's certain things that you may be entitled to, right? And there's a certain level of jealousy that goes into that because that person is supposed to be mine. Like we're supposed to be one. You can't just be splitting your time with everybody else. Your children are your children. I get that, but as far as splitting it with a parent, I'm good on that. And I don't have time to compete either.
Example with that. Y'all know sometimes, okay, maybe y'all haven't heard this, but you know, sometimes for Christmas, the father, and I've only heard it with dads, but the father will go over to like, oh, I'm gonna stay, my child or baby moms want me to stay at the house, so, you know, the child can wake up and we all be there. Okay, well, baby, you got my blow up mattress too, because we all going. If you going, we going. Matter of fact, they can come here. Like, you not going.
But I feel like that's also can be a weird space, like especially if you feel some type of way and you don't have a good relationship with that other parent.
But that works for some people.
That works for some people. No, it does. It's possible.
And think about it. If the mama
possible.
got two other kids, or the daddy got 2 other kids from 2 other mamas, like we all trying to. That's a cabin trip right there.
And people are human, and they could have learned from that mistake the 3rd time. But I'm not saying on the 4th time.
Not the third time.
I'm not saying on the 4th time. That means that you need to deal with that.
One was enough.
You pick and choose what you can deal with.
One was enough.
I'm gonna choose what I can
Two,
deal
you
with.
tripping.
I'm gonna tell you right now, no, I don't want no one with multiple kids. I can.
That's
do
why
one.
I feel like you're
reckless
trying to
raw
be
dog
nice.
out
She's
here.
trying to be nice about our opinions.
I'm not trying to be
It's
nice.
not.
I'm being realistic. I just think that people. That doesn't make me any better than someone who
It's
has
not.
It doesn't.
multiple
But you
kids
personally
with
don't
multiple
want to
baby
deal with
daddies. But personally, no, I don't want to deal
That's
with that.
what I'm saying. That's
But
what
I'm
I'm
just
saying.
saying that I just want for my people who are watching this, especially my, I have people in my own family. I want you guys to know that that you will find somebody for you. Somebody will love you and your children, and it's just gonna be just sad. There are people like us who are young and we want to choose someone who doesn't have all of that, but for others there's going to be someone that can take on that. So don't be discouraged in terms of dating, and I understand that sometimes it takes a while to get it, but just make better decisions moving forward and just focus on yourself and your children, and your loved one will come soon. Okay?
You better encourage people,
Right,
okay?
right.
Because I was.
Y'all was chewing them out.
All right, guys, we're gonna take a quick break and we'll be right back.
We would like to give a shout out to this amazing artist that's responsible for this artwork behind us, Taco Casso.
Taco Casso. Feel free to check him out on all social media at Built for Tough 94.
Right now.
Meow. Meow, meow, meow. Hey y'all, hey, welcome back to the Black Thought. So now we're about to get into the hip hop boot camp choke up. So I don't know if you all heard that we're going to be addressing a post that I actually shared on my social media platform. So at Goddess Jimmy shared an Instagram post of Tahiri being choked up during the hip hop boot camp video, and the Goddess Jimmy said, "Room full of bitches," and I'm not talking about the women. So I don't know if y'all actually saw what happened, but Tahiri and her was talking about how a lot of people think that she's aggressive and just going on, and within her saying that, her boyfriend or fiance got up, turned to her and choked her. He jacked her up and choked her. And so basically,
Inappropriate.
the
Very
camera
much so.
scanned the room and it showed all the different couples, and all you could see is people just sitting there, and you saw most of the women faces getting kind of like, oh my gosh, what's going on? And then you saw the doctor get up and stop the guy, saying, no, we don't do that, we don't do that.
Oh, I look extra aggressive.
Yo, you look on. Yo, like for real, my hands on you, yo. No. Bugging out. No. Like you lucky I don't hurt you, yo.
Are you kidding me?
This house is on fire.
Just threw that apple in my face for no.
So basically, the Goddess Jimmy was saying that it was a room full of bitches because none of the men jumped up to help outside of the doctor. So I shared it and I said, my thing is, all the men froze except for, like I said, Dr. Ish Major. And then I also said, that's my issue. I hate when men have that's not my business mentality. But if a life is lost, they like, dang, I didn't know. So my question for you all is, do you think it was appropriate for the men to just kind of sit there as in it's not my business, so I'm not going to get into it? Or do y'all think that the men should have stepped in?
So first of all, as a man, I feel like that you shouldn't put your hands on a woman, period. And vice versa. Like a woman shouldn't put her hands on a man, period.
Yeah, right.
And I do feel like if there's an altercation going on, I do feel like you should step in. However, I will say that this is reality TV, right? And I do feel like there was a bunch of panning and a bunch of cutting that may not have shown everything. Who knows that? Who knows that? If, you know what I'm saying? They showed specific faces that might have been early in the conversation, right? Who knows who didn't jump up or who didn't? Or who didn't react and who didn't. Right. We just saw the doctor. So the thing, it's hard to make this discussion have the discussion when we didn't see it in real time.
Yeah.
So that's my thing.
Well, let's base our discussion off of what we did saw.
Okay.
So say if in that moment that was their real reactions was to just look and to be stunned. I think that there is a problem in regards to the support for black women in terms of black men supporting black women. I think that, a lot of times for me, I think that, and I've seen it in other black women as well, like whenever we see our black men, being attacked or under attack or just any sort of altercation occurring, and especially if they're close to us, our reaction is so quick,
right?
And we want to protect them, and we oftentimes put ourselves in harm's way in order to do so. Not to say that there aren't men doing that, because there most definitely is. I come across that more. I come across more men, they'll be willing to stand up for black women when they are in those situations. When another man is disrespecting them or harming them. But we don't get a lot of attention to that. However, at the same time, it is situations like this when men just be not responding. I will say that my perception of the situation is that I think that when you're on set and there's security and there's cameras and there's all these other bystanders, you know what I'm saying, and you're kind of in that moment, I think that of course you will want them to stand. Your immediate thought is like, yes, why the men in the room did not stand up? But at the same time, they might be thinking like, well, I'm gonna let security get it, or like someone else is going to react. We don't know the dynamics. We don't know who was there, but I'm just giving them the benefit of the doubt. I don't think that that should determine whether or not they condone such violence, or whether or not they're here for us, for the black women, for the black community, if you will, and willing to stand up for what's right. I think that there, like you said, there are a lot of other determining factors, but I do think that I wish that we did see someone stand up. I think that we needed that. But unfortunately, whoever decided to go ahead and release that footage, you know what I'm saying, it probably, if it did or if it didn't happen, we just wasn't able to see it. But I don't think we should be angry as much when we don't know all of the facts.
So my thing is, did we expect more people to stand up? Because the main issue was a room full of bees, or however you know what I'm saying? Because the doctor stated he's a male.
So the expectation is a reaction. So it's not even necessarily to stand up, but if, like you said, we don't know exactly how it flowed, but what was posted was the camera panned the room, the group, and none of the men even reacted. Their face didn't even change. They kind of looked on like, okay, this is what it is. So yes, though we don't know when and where, but my issue is the fact there was not even a reaction. Even if you look in the camera of what was going on with Dr. Ish when he jumped in. So if you saw the people in the background, they were just looking like chill. Yeah. So my issue is kind of to touch on more so, not even just this video, but like April was saying, in the black community, a lot of times our black women are not protected as much as black men.
Should be.
And my issue is the fact that the matter is, I'm challenging all of our followers, anybody who is tuning in, because like Cam said, we do not condone violence from anybody. No. But if you see a woman who is getting attacked, whether that is saying, hey, stop, whatever, call somebody, call the cops, whatever you got to do, I just feel like somebody should always step in. Because there was literally a case that happened years ago based off the bystander effect, where everybody heard a woman getting murdered, in the alleyway and nobody called because everybody expected somebody to call the police and nobody did. So I think that we need to stop having this expectation in the black community
that
to
someone
step
else
up.
would do it.
Right.
Someone else would step up. We
Because
need to
10
step up.
times, so for majority of the time, the black woman is going to step up and do something. Whether she screams, she says something, she calls the cops, she whatever it is. She may not physically step in. So I just want to challenge our black men to do the same thing, to step
brave,
up.
bro.
Because my thing is, I do know sometimes people lose their life in the process of trying to protect others. But my thing is, at the end of the day, I'm tired of seeing videos where black women are being thrown in trash cans by the same guys who are wearing Black Lives Matter shirts. Literally.
I saw that one.
You know, I'm tired of black men
Disgusting.
standing on the corner watching a black woman get beat down the street by her baby daddy.
Ridiculous.
You know what I'm saying? So that's my thing. So it's
Yeah.
not even just coming from this video, but this is definitely what piqued me, and this is the reason why I kind of felt like, yeah, these are some bitches in the room. Ain't nobody doing shit, because I've been a woman where a man has hit me. I bust that ass back, but I'm just saying, that's something that a lot of times it's hard. It's a hard scenario. It very much so is, because at the end of the day, one, she mentioned that this is not the first time she's been hit.
Oh, my thing was, and just to talk about it, what if the roles were reversed?
All right, so what I was saying is basically when people are being petty, messy, or being disrespectful to me, that's something I don't tolerate. And so whenever that happens, sometimes a thought that pops in my head is, yeah, I want to put my hands on this person. And then honestly, if you a person that make me want to put my hands on you, that makes me think I don't need you in my life, because anybody that'll bring me out of character like that, you're not for me, and you are serving no purpose in my life, and the negative that you're causing is outweighing the positive. But also that makes me have to look back and see what type of trauma have I gone through, unpack some childhood stuff, what is causing me to feel like I need to put my hands on people, like you said, because I got too much to lose. I'm in grad school right now, I got a good job, I got a company, you know what I'm saying, I got too much going on to feel because my thing is, people get beat up every day and they still be talking. So what is that going to solve? So I think it's definitely important, like April said, to walk away, to put yourself in an environment where your friends or family can calm you down, talk through, write it out, talk to a therapist. But it's definitely important to keep your hands to yourself, because like that woman, now she's going to jail, and not only did he take 18 years, but probably 25 to life.
Yeah. Well, we don't, again, condone violence, and if you do find yourself in an abusive relationship, we definitely encourage you to seek help. You know, of course, reach out to 911, talk to your parents, and or family members or a friend, and we also have a hotline that you can go to.
Yes, for any victims and survivors who need support, they're there for you. We are here for you. The Black Thought is here for you.
We are. We're thinking of you.
And it says to call 1-800-799-7233 or 1-800-787-3224. Or TTY, if you're unable to speak safely, you can log on to the hotline.org or text Love Is to 22522. Just remember that we love y'all. I know this was kind of like a heavy into this, but
yeah.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching The Black Thought. It's been real.